Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, this is Masood and Mubin from When to Gain. This is our first try on podcast, and yeah, we will just talk about random shit or some useful shit. So it depends on our mood and the topic that we have. So yeah, let me first introduce myself. I am Masood Ahmed, currently an undergrad at HKU, and we just wanted to start a venture of podcasts and like to share our experiences to talk with people around different fields, like entrepreneurs, or like just talk about random things that are going around the world. And yeah, and with me is Mubin, who just loves to talk. So basically, that was the reason that we started the podcast so that we can allow Mubin to talk a lot. So yeah, I will like hand over the
Yep.
mic to Mubin.
But currently is not allowing me to talk right now. So let me begin with introducing myself first. I'm Mohammed Mubin. I'm a year two student in the University of Hong Kong. I'm studying computer engineering. Have some interest in AI and a lot of new technologies that like you might not even have heard of, like quantum computing and stuff. So yeah, and as Masood mentioned, I love ranting about stuff that even I don't care and I don't know and no one cares. But still, I love to talk, and that's why I'm here because I would like to communicate my opinions and my and what I think about.
Well, I think that's a lot for an introduction, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
As,
Thank
as,
you.
as,
Thank you for stopping me. That's how you can stop me, please.
as I told you guys, that yeah, Mubin just loves to talk, and it's hard to stop him. Yeah. So like from our brief introduction, I can say brief, but you guys might have understood that yeah, we both are like tech geeks or like tech savvy people. We both are like doing computer science or computer engineering degrees at HKU. Well, we both are originally from Pakistan, and like today, our topic for the talk or topic for discussion is: should we go abroad for education,
Yeah.
especially at like undergraduate level, or should we stay in Pakistan and just go for masters?
I was thinking, isn't it easy to study and back in your country and then don't care about doing all of your chores and stuff that you have to do because come on, it's your home, it's your comfort, and then coming out of your comfort is something very different and a very different experience. So like we wanted to talk about such specific thing and like communicate how it's important, how what are the benefits and what you leave behind, and I hope you will all enjoy our podcast.
Do give us support, guys. This is our first try.
Yeah, this is actually our first try. I've
Yeah.
never even talked like this, like without even facing a person. So like this is something very new, and I hope everyone would be giving us support.
So like let us start from like how did we start a journey to like towards Hong Kong or towards abroad studies. So Mubin, would you like care to like go through your thought process or ideas about going abroad? Like yeah, and coming to Hong Kong is a different thing because most of the Pakistanis that I know that I've come across usually prefer USA or UK or Australia or Canada, right? Why Hong Kong and why abroad in the first place?
Yeah, let's begin why choosing abroad studies over hometown or over studying back in our own country. I believe abroad studies give you more exposure to the world because if you're back in your home, you're in your comfort, in some sort of a comfort where you tend to don't mind a lot of different financial stuff. You don't become financially independent or stuff. But when you get into Hong Kong, or you get into any sort of abroad countries, it you become financially independent. You try to do your stuff. You don't rely on your moms and dads to like pamper you up. That's the main reason because
So you want to say that those who are studying in Pakistan or they're in their home countries are pampered up
Here,
kids?
obviously I'm telling you, like they're like mostly are being pampered by their parents just because somewhere or another they're in their own comfort zones and they don't want to come out of their own comfort zones. And I believe it's better to go out and enjoy and actually look at other cultures, how they're actually prospering and how
I might stop you here because like right now you're talking about general population, but like yeah, we want to know more about why did you go out? Why did you choose abroad or why did you choose Hong Kong in
okay,
particular?
my reason.
Yeah, it's about you right now, right?
About me, okay, so
Like I can give you an example about myself. So if you allow me.
yeah, sure, go on. It's
So it's like
you're the host, man. You're just
so basically, let me clear this out. Like I'm not the host. We both are the hosts. really, like, this is our first episode, so we might invite guests, and we both would be like interviewing them and like talking with them. So basically, it's Eminem,
Yeah,
mostly the
that's
Masood
why
and
the
Mubin.
Eminem.
Yeah. So yeah, if I talk about myself, Mubin, like till A levels, I had no plans of going abroad. You might be wondering why. So like most of the seniors that I used to talk with, they used to say like, yeah, just do undergrad in Pakistan because it's cheaper, and just go abroad for masters or PhD level. And yeah, that was my mindset till A levels, and I just randomly, like totally randomly, I just applied to different countries, different universities just for fun. Uh, most of my listeners would be laughing right now. I was like, who does those things for fun, right? But yeah, I was just applying for fun. And luckily, I knew someone who was in Hong Kong as well at that time, one of my seniors. And like, yeah, so I asked him, and like, he said, yeah, you should apply for it. So I just applied, and I got an offer, a good offer on a scholarship. And the looking financially, it with scholarship, it sounded well to me. It sounded feasible to me, like to approach abroad, and like because it for some reason it was cheaper for me for studying abroad than in Hong Kong than in Pakistan. So I just ended up in Hong Kong through this process. So yeah,
Yeah,
moving.
because I'll fully endorse what Masood said just now, that it was what if you like calculate your expenditure, like it's because he was even getting a scholarship. We are actually on full scholarship in Hong Kong,
We
so
don't need to break, bro.
yeah, yeah, we are not actually bragging at least, but
But
like
yeah, but the point of
yeah,
saying that is that like it's easy to get full scholarship in
yeah,
Hong Kong if you have good A levels grade.
yeah, exactly. Like you get 4 to 5 A stars or something, and you'll get a 100 to 120% scholarship really easily in Hong Kong. And they give very generous scholarship, unlikely US and stuff. And that could be the reason why I chose Hong Kong. But let's talk about why choosing Hong Kong in particular. I actually wanted to go to US initially. That was my first and most initial plan, and that's why I gave SATs. I could and that's why I want that's why actually my uh for going abroad, like it's my main reason was because in Pakistan there wasn't really good. When I compared Pakistan's higher education ranking or their universities, they're not even near to the universities that are abroad. That, for instance, UK, USA, and stuff. I wanted to excel in my life. I wanted to do something really good in my and be ranked among the highest. So that's why I just wanted to go abroad and get taught in a very professional as well as a very high ranked and more reputed university. So I just so that was my very initial plan, that was my very initial thought that actually got me thinking about abroad studying, and that's why
I see. Yeah, so like you guys have heard our reasons behind going abroad and why coming to Hong Kong especially. And if you have any question, just like email us at listenwentagain@gmail.com. I will post the email link, or like my email, or with the email for the podcast in the description of the YouTube video, or in the description of Spotify, wherever I upload the podcast. So feel free to like email us, and we are more than happy to answer your queries or like
yeah,
guide you through the
at least be
process.
comfortable. Be comfortable sharing your thoughts, sharing your opinions about our podcast, and it would be highly welcomed, basically.
Yeah, and
So
apart from that, if you have any questions about, if you want some guidance on how to go abroad, or like how to like pursue studies, or like how to get
yeah,
scholarship or
we would be very
finances.
happy to help you guys. We
Yeah.
would be really happy to help you guys. So
So yeah, so after like you have like you're now living in Hong Kong as a undergrad student. So let so what are the main difficulties that you've encountered after coming to Hong Kong? Just can you like
uh,
explain your journey?
that journey, okay. So like one of the most difficult part of coming was in fact coming into Hong Kong. To be honest, that was the worst and the most difficult part. To be honest, I'm really honest right
Well,
now,
there's a disclaimer.
because
Well, there's a disclaimer. It was because of COVID. So
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. This COVID was the main thing that actually got me, like, stopped me coming from to Hong Kong. I came to Hong Kong literally after 3 semesters. Those first 3 semesters didn't even like seemed like I'm actually studying. I thought I'm not even studying. I'm not even in school. I'm not even studying. I'm just inside my house learning stuff online, doing some random courses. That's what it actually felt like.
Well, I
So,
think I was lucky in that case because I just came early in like to early in my semester one.
yeah.
But the unfortunate thing is that I wasn't able to go back to my country for about like 20 months now.
Ah,
But
so
yeah,
sad.
there's like there are pros and cons. So he
Yeah.
told his con, I told my con.
Yeah, to be honest, but like at least like he got more exposure coming to Hong Kong than me, because at least he stayed here for more than me, but for more than the time I've stayed here, because I've been here for more for like 6 months. So I haven't been here for long, but like one of the most coming back to the points, like one of the most important part was coming to Hong Kong, because I first tried coming into Hong Kong after my first semester, second semester. They sort of imposed a quarantine, like they extended the quarantine to somewhat like 21 days. And I thought like 21 days is like a lot. Come on, you have to stay in a hotel and it's very difficult to manage yourself somehow. So I thought let's not go to Hong Kong, let's delay it. And even the semester is online, so let's take it online. And even but like suddenly, like I got one friend. I don't want even if he's listening to it, he might relate to it, because he told me that let's go together, we have a plan.
I totally
Yeah,
know the person.
yeah, exactly. So he told me let's go together, and initially, like, and at that particular moment we actually made our plan. I actually made my mind. um we actually applied for the visa. We got the visa literally like after I don't know, like one
Well,
month or something like
well,
that, probably.
yeah.
We got the visa, and literally the other guy actually backed off, saying that like it would be getting difficult somehow. So he sort of backed off. So now then I planned to come in year 2 semester 1. Now when I planned to come into Hong Kong during my year 2 semester 1, I wasn't able to come just because Hong Kong government actually imposed a travel ban on Pakistan somehow.
Well, that's Pakistan
Yeah,
for you guys.
yeah, exactly. What the hell? Like,
well,
uh,
that's not Pakistan. That's like the Hong Kong government is quite strict regarding travel bans.
yeah,
So basically, the ban wasn't on Pakistan, I guess.
yeah.
Was it? Well,
Not
it was like
spec-
flight ban, and because like there were some imported cases coming to Hong Kong through flights, which were like coming
Yeah,
from Pakistan, which got Pakistan into a travel ban.
yeah.
So
Somehow.
I would still say like COVID is still there. Guys,
Yeah,
be safe. Take care of yourself
yeah.
and
Exactly.
your like relatives and your parents and everyone around you. Just be safe from COVID.
Yeah,
So yeah, let's get back to the topic because I
yeah,
really like divert away from the topics.
yeah, yeah.
So
But
yeah, so okay.
so
Suppose now you are in Hong
but
Kong.
no,
So,
but the main story is here, right, bro? Main story is here. Finally, I got to come to Hong Kong in year 2 semester 2. Finally. Okay, when I landed here, I did a 21 days quarantine in a hotel, and then 7 days self monitoring. That was two in a hotel, but like at least I could go out. But the day I came out of my self quarantine, literally after 2 days, the Hong Kong government literally imposed sort of a lockdown somehow. The university closed. They changed the entire semester online, and literally I was again stuck in my hostel
so
doing like
so so so
studying online.
so do you regret coming to Hong Kong and studying online again?
No, I am I yeah, not I don't actually regret, because actually because I was able to get into a lot of different community stuff, and because I was able to get into a lot of different for a lot of like different extracurricular activities that I actually got into. I was able to do internships. I was able to take up a research internship or assistantship. I was able to like talk to a lot of people, meet a lot of people, and collaborate with a lot of people, and like
Okay, so these are the pros. So
yeah,
right now we are on the cons. Like after coming to Hong Kong, what was the most challenging thing after coming to Hong Kong? Not like during the travel. Like one thing I remember, like the hall thing that when you enter the hall and there were.
Let's not get into that point. That's really dark,
Well,
probably.
well, yeah, let's not get into that point. It's too dark. But yeah, so
Yeah.
what were your challenges like? Yeah,
That one was a very big challenge because being exposed to
Well-
some dark stuff
well, like
on your
like,
very first day into a
just-
hall. That's
just don't get so much curiosity, but they'll just ask us in comments then.
yeah. Hope you guys ask us. I'll be very happy to mention my story in the comments because I can't.
You can't figure it out.
Yeah. Because
So yeah,
that was
so like so what, like, did you felt homesickness, or did you feel like challenging to like adapt to the Hong Kong culture, or like were you okay? Like how was it like financially? Like, what was the situation? Like, what are the most challenging thing that you came across? I know that I totally know there are so many pros that you got into internships, you got a research assistantship, you're working at like 2 companies, and like there's so many things that you have done, and you're earning a good pay as well right now. But what were the challenges?
The challenges, it at first very difficult to manage up your studies and your normal day-to-day life, because when I was in Pakistan everything was done by my mother, so I didn't even had to cook. So here I had to cook myself, I have to do my laundry on my own, and then I have to study as well, so and then do a lot of extracurricular. So that was a major con of
Note it down, guys.
Yeah.
If you go abroad, you need to do everything. You need to like
you
cook,
literally
you
have to
need to do
everything.
laundry, you need to like buy things.
Yeah,
buy
you
groceries.
can't be your mama's boy.
you
You,
need
can't
to earn-
literally be your mama's boy somehow.
You need to learn. You need to learn
be
to
a
like
real
bargain.
man.
You
After
need to.
that again becomes a pro, bro. To be honest,
But to be honest, it grooms you well.
yeah,
you,
exactly.
you can like live alone and you are quite well. So yeah,
Yeah, that was one of the most challenging thing probably. The next was because for as related to homesickness, I didn't actually felt a lot in the very first instance I came into, because I was really desperate to come into my university, just because 3 semesters online I wanted to just go out. I was literally stuck in my home, so I didn't felt any sort of homesickness luckily somehow. That was not the case for
yeah.
Masood,
Like
literally.
if you allow me, I can take.
Yeah, that was
I
literally
guess.
not the case for Abdul Masood, because if you look at his picture way before from now, you'll actually feel like you will be like very sympathetic to him, to be honest. You look at his picture and then you'll not.
Yeah, so like my case was totally different from like Mubin's case or Mubin's scenario. Like I came here like early October in my year one, my semester one, and with a guy called named Mohammed, and surely we'll call him on the podcast as well someday. He's a good person to talk with.
Surely, man, surely.
he has a-
Let's bring Muhammad first, like.
He has a good humor. Yeah, especially those anime fans out there.
Yeah, we both are weebs. In fact, even I'm a weeb actually.
Again, look at, we are just diverting away from the topic. But yeah, for me, like it was hard. Because like it was first time away from my family and my relatives and my friends. And to be honest, I felt homesickness a lot. And a good proof of that is like my pictures that, as like Mubin was talking about. Like my weight just dropped drastically, like in a month. Like it was just like I was like, suppose I was 77 at the time, and then I was like 60 in a month. So just though that homesickness period just dropped everything. But apart, and there was like initially there was a challenging part of managing my finances. Because yeah, when you go abroad and you're like converting money from your currency to the currency, and you're like, yeah, spending so much. So that was challenge for like couple of months, starting months, to manage my finances. But thanks to my seniors and my colleagues and stuff, they guided me through like internships, through like part-time jobs, and I was able to like earn a decent amount of money to like support my finances, and don't ask my parents about money.
Yeah,
That was a good thing, right?
Yeah, that's in fact a good thing, but like that's actually normal for random or a new Pakistani boy coming from a very small city or something. So that's very normal for Pakistanis, because our economy is not really good, right? It's not doing
Well,
something really good,
let's be true,
obviously.
right? You're aware about this
Yes,
current
yeah,
situation as well.
yeah, and you'll be getting the money from your own economy to here. So how can you actually adjust to the prices? And so that's why I think so. It's actually really normal for a
Yeah,
random Pakistani because
yeah, like right now I can
yeah,
understand your like
yeah,
your this
it,
side
it
this
could
perspective, but like before,
yeah.
when I came here, I couldn't like think like that, right?
It could be
It was first
yeah,
time,
it could be literally opposite if you would be coming from US or somewhere. So yeah, it
literally.
would be really
Uh,
opposite.
let's now let's like continue forward because like we don't want to like have a long podcast and make our audience bored. So
Yeah.
yeah, so after coming to Hong Kong, like yeah, it's like been 3 months for you, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it's literally been like 5 to 6 months.
Are you sure? Like you
Yeah,
came here in
I
like
came here in
January, right?
January,
January,
so
February, March, April, May, June. Yeah, it's about 6 months.
yeah, 6 months, bro.
I'm
I
getting
have been like it's been like half a year, bro. That's
yeah.
finally
So
this.
so yeah, so after coming to Hong Kong, like, what are the opportunities or like what are the things that you find here in Hong Kong but you can't find in Pakistan? Like what are those pros?
Hmm. Actually, one of the biggest pros was like it changed my entire mindset about tech and stuff. It actually changed my entire mindset. It changed my mindset to being more learning oriented, to be more diverse in my own field, and study about different other stuff, like study about how managing finances, study about finance, and studying about accounting. And then it also gave me an opportunity to come here and approach different professors to actually do some research. In fact, I
Yeah,
believe
so
that
let me just tell you, like Mubin is doing a research in quantum under a professor.
yeah.
Like he's a research assistant, but doing quantum is quite hard, right? At year two of undergrad level, and your CS major, not a physics major as well.
Sure.
So yeah, just brief them about your experience. Sorry to like abrupt you.
Yeah, that's completely fine. But the experience is like really like good, and as well as horrific in a different way. But like the because I actually was really interested in quantum computing. In fact, and this and when I actually came here, I was able to approach professor to actually get me into the research. It's not really common for undergrads to get into research, obviously in Pakistan, and my main reason as well was to get into research. Like it's better to do some research about things that you're actually interested in, rather than just learning it online. So being under a professor is actually a really interesting, and I mean like it's a very important thing that actually I was able to experience in when I came into Hong Kong. And to be honest, quantum computing is something really very interesting, and I hope we'll be able to talk about quantum computing in some other podcasts where we can actually tell you about the new emerging technologies.
Yeah, we can like yeah sure
Yeah,
like
because
you guys can even suggest your topics on like
yeah,
in the comments and we can just
for
like
tax,
podcast on it.
because
Yeah.
we love, because I and even Masood is a tech geek, so like we love to
But
talk
I'm not a
about tech.
tech
And
geek to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah,
I just like I just like to try new stuff and
yeah,
Mubin knows well, right?
yeah. So yeah, if you want, like, yeah, I believe that we do another episode about tech and stuff. So like we can talk about it, and then
We can even create a series,
yeah,
right?
yeah, we can in fact create a series. That's another plan for some other day.
Some other day. Yeah, so yeah, another thing that I noticed about you is that you are like an entrepreneurship mind of a guy, right? So
Yeah.
what do you think about like being an entrepreneur within Hong Kong and studying undergrad as well? Like especially if you're from like abroad,
Yeah,
like countries like Pakistan where like there's not
that's
much exposure in entrepreneurship.
it's a 180-degree turn from Pakistan when you come to Hong Kong, because the startup culture here is like too good. Damn it, like it's really good. Um, uh, the thing is, these guys, the people in Hong Kong, the local government, they encourage, they support, they incubate their startups so well that they're actually encouraging startups to come up and become like unicorns, and they're in fact creating a lot of unicorns, in fact. So the opportunity you get for entrepreneurship, and then you get a lot of people around you who are into this startups thing. And if you're in a university, the university in fact incubates a lot of new startups. And if you're inside university, you're around a lot of genius and intellectual minds in the industry, so you can get to know about a lot of good stuff, a lot of important stuff, and you can even get to know about the experience that they had in startups. So and because you're getting people's experience, you tend to get more interested into startups and and start developing a mind that's more entrepreneur and less technical. So this is why we're Hong Kong is at its best.
So listening to your your discussion about entrepreneurship, may I ask you, where have you tried to like enter the entrepreneurship side as well? Like, have you tried your own startup with an HKU or with an Hong Kong? It's a
We both actually, in fact, planned something, but we are unable to execute it just because we got somehow
well,
really busy in some.
well, Masood is a bit busy guy.
In fact,
Because he's already running a couple of the things.
yeah, exactly. And even I've been getting busy. Masood is totally really busy because he also is working with an intern with a startup. Actually, he's in fact a shareholder or something, most probably.
Well, I'm not a shareholder, but yeah, if I talk about my entrepreneurship journey, like in my year one, after December, after a semester one, basically, like no one was here, right? None of my batchmates were were in Hong Kong because of COVID. I was a bit bored and I was just exploring, and I luckily found someone who wanted to partner with me on a startup idea. So we pitched an idea. We got a funding of should I tell the amount?
That could be another podcast.
But yeah, but okay. Well, like it's common in Hong Kong, so yeah. So I got a funding about no, I wouldn't say I would say we got a funding about 100K Hong Kong dollars. There are people are that you just do the calculation in your own currencies. That's the thing. But yeah, we got a funding and we somehow I got a startup just in my year one. Just like you can't imagine, right? But unfortunately, I need to step down, and because of some issues, personal reasons. So right now, I am not any owner or any founder of a startup. But yeah, I'm a founder of a society called Blockchain. But that's a talk for the end of the day, because we are here. We have so much to talk about, right?
But once we'll be talking about blockchain because there's a very huge boom of finance and fintech industry here in Hong Kong. So we will be very much interested in talking about that.
Let's not extend the talk too much. So I think it's already 20 to 25 minutes right now. So
Yeah.
so any advice that you want to give to our youngsters or our listeners or anyone who wants to go abroad?
Advice, okay, guys, you guys have to actually study hard. Do things, do research beforehand. If you're in your A levels, if even if you're in O levels, do research beforehand. Take opportunities, seek for opportunities. Find good opportunities like scholarships or something if you can't afford. And if you think that you can't afford and you can't go to abroad, think about it again because there are a lot of good scholarships. The scholarships are given by Singapore, Hong Kong. So if you're very passionate in your stuff, if you are very passionate in your studies, you'll find opportunities once in a lifetime.
Yeah, so I just want add up on what Mubin said. Yeah, if you're passionate about things, then do apply. But if you just want escape away from your troubles, then I won't recommend you because troubles won't really leave you abroad as well because it's the mindset that you guys have.
Yeah, the thing is, no pain, no gain. You have to endure the pain to get the gain. That's the main thing. No?
And I don't even deny that living in Pakistan or living in your own countries wouldn't help you grow. Like even living in your own countries would help you grow a lot because there are some opportunities, but we are not willing to tackle those opportunities, right? Like I have a couple of friends in Pakistan who have their own startups there, right? And they're earning quite well, and they're studying and they're earning. Their startups are running quite well.
Yeah, but
So there are opportunities. The point is you need to know what you want from life, right?
yeah, exactly. But the thing is, in Pakistan, you have to figure it out. You have to hunt out those opportunities. I feel like in Hong Kong in particular, they actually opened up a lot.
Well,
In front of us,
I would say that yeah, in Hong Kong, there's see people of like minds, right?
Yeah.
So that's why you are encouraged to do those things. But in Pakistan, it's hard to find people of like minds
Yeah,
who are
exactly.
towards those goals, especially and especially if you're not in a good uni in Pakistan. But I won't say that Pakistan is a bad place.
Yeah,
I would
but
say
if you're
there are
passionate,
opportunities,
yeah,
and
sure.
you just need
Exactly.
you just need to put a bit more effort that we are putting here.
The thing is,
to gain those opportunities.
yeah, the thing is, if you're passionate, if you want to do something, you'll do it anywhere, wherever you're living. So be practical, be optimistic about yourself, and you can do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, so I think that's more than enough from us guys, because it's our first podcast and we don't know whether we are on track or whether it's the podcast is structured or not. But yeah, we love your feedbacks. So do
Yeah,
send
we
your
would simply
feedbacks.
love your feedback. Please
Yeah.
don't forget to give your
So, and
feedbacks.
like yeah, it's just a random talk, and yeah, like you can just think us as your big brothers.
Yeah.
We give you advices, or you can just
Yeah, you
Just
can
feel
share
free to do-
literally anything
Yeah.
with us, and we'll be very happy to answer you guys in any sort of questions. We won't mind anything, because
hope you guys liked our
yeah.
small chit chat
So
about
yeah,
things.
that's Muhammad
Yeah.
Mubin, and that's Masood signing off.
Signing off.
See you guys.
See you guys. Take care, guys.
in another podcast.
See you.
Bye.